Alright guys, welcome back to another BNSF 6951 video. In this video we're going to be continuing our work with the tanker train that was just left here on the arrival track. This is a pair of Jeep 60s. They are lifelike locomotives and they have been renumbered to 8723 and 8728, which are prototypical numbers that I see here in this area. Anyhow, we're going to leave the yard track here and we're going to go out and we will cross over to track number 1. Track number 1 will lead us back to the arrival track, and we'll pick up the first rake of tanker cars and bring them back and put them on tanker holding track number 1. Holy mackerel, look at that gigantic guy switching the turnouts. Oh my man. Anyhow, we're back up here and we'll get that first rake and we'll pull them forward and we'll get them ready to go into the holding track. The holding tracks are prototypical. They do have them here at Mobash Yard, and so I tried to copy that as much as I could. Anyhow, let's see here. The Smith Pipe and Steel, I had a personal tour of that place, and the ladies there told me that they don't get any more rail service because either the City of Phoenix or BNSF or both thought it was too dangerous to cross that road. That road is 3 lanes in each direction. So I brought them back in time and gave them a little bit of rail service back. Anyhow, here we go, pulling our first rake of tankers out. And the switchman will get out and he will align the turnout for us to back into yard lead number 1. Yard lead number 1 leads into the holding tracks that we need to put these tankers on. So stand by and we'll see the next part of this video. Alright guys, here we go. We're backing up into yard lead number 1, and we'll put these guys on tanker holding track number 1. They are designated and it is prototypical for them to be just the way I have them set up. The yard leads are exactly the way they are at prototype. So let's see what happens here. Alright, so we're going across the turnout, heading into tanker holding track number 1, and we will park these guys, and then after we park these guys, we'll go out and get the rest of the tankers. Anyhow, this is a prelude to another special request that I've had from Randy Gelb. He wanted me to do a 60 car train. Only thing is I can't do a 60 car train, it's way too long for my layout. But I can do a 30 car train, so there'll be another video right after this one, and we'll show you what's going on with that one. Anyhow, our trains leave the first set of tankers, and we'll go out and we'll go back and get the rest of them. We're pulling out of yard lead number 1, and we will stop right after the turnout, and we'll switch it, and we'll back in and get the rest of the tankers. Alright, so here we go. Turnouts have been set, and we will be catching up with our next set of tankers, and we'll put them on tanker holding track number 2. These locomotives, I know I mentioned it before, but they run as well as my Atlas locomotives do. Since they were here in town, I decided to get a pair of these Jeep 60s. Anyhow, we're getting close to picking up our next rake of tankers, and as soon as we hook them up, we will pull forward and put them on holding track number 2. Sorry for that. Oopsie. Anyhow, here we go. And away we go, pulling in the next rake of tanker cars. And we'll pull past the turnout, and switchman will get out there and align the turnout for us to go back into yard lead number 1. And we will continue the video from there. It's pretty hard to fill up 2 minutes of talk time. Anyhow, the crossing signals I eventually will get working. They are operational. They are New Jersey International, and I'll get a tortoise machine, and the crossing gate will actually work. So as we pull forward, we will go past the turnout like I mentioned, and we will align it and back into tanker holding track number 2. As we back up into yard number 2, yard lead number 1, first thing we do is drop off our buffer car. We will set him out, and then we will pull forward, and we will park tankers on tanker track holding number 2. So let's wait for the crew to do what they have to do here, and we will continue on with the rest of the switching operations. Alright, the buffer car has been uncoupled, and we pull forward, and the switchman will get out there, and he will throw the turnout, and we will back this into tanker holding track number 2. Everything is set, and so here we go, backing into the holding track. And after this is done, our crew will be finished for this part of the operation. There will be a second video after this one showing the setup of the next train that I will run for Randy Gelb. Anyhow, let's see what happens here. So far we're looking pretty good, and once we stop the train here, we will uncouple, and the crew will head back to the yard. And so here we go. Crew is heading back to the fueling station at the engine facility, and just love those Atlas turnouts. They are so cool, man. I'm glad I spent $18 per turnout. Yes, I am very happy with it. Anyhow, we'll be crossing over McDowell Road one more time after this, and that will be the end of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I'm having fun doing this, and so we'll see what happens here. Right now we need to cross back over to track number 2. Oh, look at that gigantic switchman's hand. Anyhow, here we go. We'll do a crossover from track 1 to track 2, and we'll be pulling into the engine service facility, and that'll be the end of this crew's work for the day. They will park it there, and they will wait for their next assignment. Anyhow, stay tuned, and we'll be back for more. I hope you guys enjoyed this part of the video. As always, your questions, comments, input, and subs are welcome. For now, that's all, folks. BNSF 6951 out.